Welcome to day 10. Today's routine is 16 minutes long and has 8 exercises. Marching. Going to grab the back of the chair and just raise your legs up and down, going right to left. With any of these exercises, I'm going to do them for a total of 2 minutes, but if you get tired at any point, you can stop and sit down on the chair and just rest a little bit and resume when you're ready to. So you're just bringing your legs up as high as the back of the chair. This works the big muscle in the hip that hikes the hip called the iliopsoas muscle. The reason why I want to do this for 2 minutes total is because that seems to be the ideal amount of exercise to build some muscle strength. If you do it for less than 2 minutes, you don't really get the same effect. It doesn't matter how quickly you go. If you go faster, it's more exercise, and I guess if you lift higher, it's a little bit more exercise. But it's a great exercise to help you, especially if you're going up and down stairs or trying to step over things. You need that iliopsoas muscle as strong as possible. But it also, you're working your calves, you're practicing your weight shifting. It's a good exercise, especially for someone who's struggling to walk, to start practicing using all the muscles that you need when you walk, and it also helps you practice your weight shift. Now, if you're feeling really strong and balanced, you don't have to hold on to the chair. You can let go of the chair and do the same thing. My pacing might be a little bit faster than yours, so just take your time with it. Even slower is still effective. It's a good exercise. If your balance is a little bit off, you can put one finger here. I had started off with both fingers there. And we're just about done. Just keep going, shifting your weight. And heel raises. You're going to grab the back of the chair, and then with both feet, you're going to try to raise up on your toes. So you're just going to come up and down on your toes. This works the gastroc muscle in your calf, which is the big muscle that you see when you look at someone's calf. Very important muscle, especially going up and down stairs or stepping over things. But it's also just important when you're walking, because this is kind of how you push your foot off, and that's what helps bring your body forward. So it's an extremely important muscle and one that gets weak on a lot of us. Also, having the muscle be stronger, if you do fall or if you do slip, it's less likely that you'll injure yourself if the muscle's stronger. So I'm holding the back of the chair while I'm doing it for balance. If you're good, you can let go with one hand or both hands. And at any point, if you feel tired with this exercise, you can sit down. 2 minutes is the ideal amount of time to exercise to really build some strength, no matter how fast or slow you go. But it's also okay to take as many rests as you want to. Try to come back to it before the timer is up, though. Try to maybe do 10 reps and then rest a little bit and then 10 more. It's whatever you want to do is fine. Just keep going for the full 2 minutes. Then you'll get the most benefit out of it. But you don't have to go at the pace that I'm going on. And this is one of those exercises, it depends on the shoes you're wearing, maybe how high up you go. Maybe you're really weak and you can't get your heels off the ground at all, and that's a lot of my patients are like that. Even if you attempt it, you're then doing an isometric exercise, and that also will strengthen your calf muscle. So I would keep trying no matter what level you're at. You don't have to clear your foot off the ground. We're just about done here, just a couple more reps. And good. Now we're going to do single leg stands. I recommend that you hold the back of the chair. You put one leg on the ground, one leg up off the ground. I'm lifting my leg up. You're shifting your weight over to the leg you're standing on, and then try to let go. And you want to try to let go of both hands if you can, and then do the same thing on the other leg. So standing on the right leg, both hands off of the chair, and you're just balancing over your foot. Now, if you're struggling with this, or if you let go and you immediately fall down, the reason that's happening to you is you're not shifting your weight. And if you've noticed, a lot of these exercises focus on weight shift. This is the hardest weight shift exercise of all, because I'm asking you to stand on one leg. Your goal is to be able to do this for about 20 seconds on one leg. I'm not going to show you that because most of the people that are doing this exercise class, they're not going to be able to do that. But I want you to make that as your goal. So even though I'm not doing it, that's what you should be working towards, is maybe just doing this for 20 seconds on each leg. Most people, it's going to be very fast. Just keep going. What I've learned with balance training is that people give up very quickly when they can't do something. They go, oh, I can't do that, so they want to move on to the next exercise. It's that repeated having trouble with something or failing at something that actually gets you better. So you have to be willing to do that over and over again. So even if you're only doing it for a second, go to the other leg and keep going. Don't stop. Don't give up. A child learns to walk this exact way and they don't give up. That's the thing when we're little babies, we have it within us just to keep going. But you need to try it the same way. Just keep going with this exercise. It will get better. It may take you a few tries of doing it before it starts to improve. Just a few more here. I think this is our last one. Okay. So now we're going to do sidestepping. You're going to grab the back of the chair. You're going to take one step to the right, bringing your left foot together. Then one step to the left, bring your right foot together. You're just going to go back and forth. It's almost like I'm stepping over something, but there's nothing there. I do want to lift my feet off the ground when I do this. The goal is to do it without holding on for the full 2 minutes. Now, if you're tired at any point or fatigued, this can really fatigue these muscles, the hip abductor muscles on the sides of your hips. So if you're tired or sore, sit down or at least just stand and rest, but try to keep going when you can. But this is the goal, is to go side to side. Now, when you're walking, if you bump into something or if you feel that your balance is unsteady, one of the ways that we protect ourselves is being able to step to the side. So if we take a side step, a lot of times we can avoid falling, or we might just bring one leg to the side to make our base of support larger so that we feel more steady. Practicing this makes that skill better. If you never practice this, if you never really do this, then when you have to sidestep, it's a little bit harder. So this is one way to make your balance better, but also our brains are funny. They know if we can step sideways easily or not. So if you practice this a bunch, your brain knows, oh, if I get in trouble, I can do a sidestep to get myself out of trouble. That actually makes your confidence better, which makes you feel more balanced. A lot of our balance is our brain's ability to say, yeah, I can do this, or I can navigate through that, or I feel secure right now. So practicing these kind of movements really does improve your balance and your confidence. We're just about done. I'm holding on or not holding on. Either way, it's still a beneficial exercise. And we just have a couple more reps here. And we're good. Okay, we're going to do single leg stands. You're going to grab the back of the chair. You're going to shift all your weight to one side, and then you're going to try to let go of the chair and balance on one foot. Now the goal is to try to balance for 20 seconds on each leg. I'm not doing 20 seconds right now, because most of the people that are watching this, 5 or 10 seconds is quite a bit. In fact, a lot of people might find that when they do it, they let go and they immediately fall back down again. They let go and their foot comes right back down. Why is that? I've learned over time that they're not shifting enough. Most people that have trouble with this, they're not shifting their weight over the leg they're standing on. So if that describes you right now, if your foot's coming right down, shift even further. That means lean your weight more. Like I'm on my left leg right now, so I'm leaning to the left. If I'm on my right leg, I'm leaning to my right. You can lean your torso, you can just lean your weight that way. You can even put your hand out a little bit to balance. It's extremely important for your balance to be able to stand on one leg. I always say this is literally the best exercise that anyone can do to improve their balance, because what we've learned from the research is that balance challenge is the best way to improve your balance. And this really challenges your balance. If you can stand for 20 seconds on one leg, you're probably not going to fall. People that have trouble with this are at great risks for falling. So practicing it if it's not too hard for them to practice, if they can practice it, this is a way to very quickly improve your balance. Now, if you're getting tired, you can stop. You can also sit down and rest a little bit. We just have a few more to go here. And again, you might not be doing as many reps as me because you're standing longer than me, which is good. Keep trying this one. Over time, it will get better and better. We're just about done, and that was the last one. Okay, now we're going to do backward stepping. So we're going to grab the chair, face in one direction, and you're going to take 1, 2, 3 steps in one direction, then turn towards the chair, face the other direction, and go 1, 2, 3. I'm only taking 3 steps because I don't want to get away from my support chair. And I'm holding on with one hand. The goal is to do this without holding on. 1, 2, 3. But that may take some time. You can always have the chair touching the chair if you want. What I'm making sure I do is I'm lifting my feet off the ground. I'm not just shuffling my feet. If I'm really shuffling, I probably want to hold onto the chair so I can lift my feet. But you want to try to lift your feet, not shuffle. Take your 3 steps, turn, and then go in the other direction. This is an exercise that challenges your balance, so it definitely helps you become more stable. The more balance challenges we do, the more stable we eventually become. And it's also a way of practicing walking forward in reverse. And believe it or not, you're using the same programming, the same muscles as walking forward. You're just doing it in reverse. And that's a really good way, a proven way to make a skill better. So if you're thinking that your walking is not as good as it used to be, practicing walking backward uses all those same programs, but in reverse. It's kind of like practicing saying the alphabet in reverse. It's a challenge for sure. It's not something we automatically can do, but over time we can get better and better and better at it. And once you get better at it, then actually doing it forward gets better as well. And again, you can rest whenever you want, grab the chair whenever you want. We're almost done. We're down to probably our last little round of this. And I think that's it. So now we're going to do something called tandem standing or heel toe standing. You want to grab the back of the chair. You want to put one foot in front of the other. Actually, I'll scoot back a little bit. One foot in front of the other. My heels and toe are touching. Then you're going to let go of the chair and try to go as long as you can with letting go. Now, a lot of people, it might only be a couple seconds that they can let go before they got to grab back on. Some people, they may have to hold on with a finger to be able to do this. But your goal is to try to go heel to toe for about 20 seconds without holding on. And after you get to about 20 seconds, you want to switch to the other leg. So your pace is going to be very different from mine right now. I'm not doing it for 20 seconds. I'm trying to demonstrate how a lot of people might do it. But you want to try to get to about 20 seconds on each leg. If you can do that, that's actually considered normal. A lot of people, though, that are having trouble with their balance, they find this very difficult. I've had a lot of patients that say, oh, that's going to be easy. And then when they try to do it, they're like, oh, that's a lot harder than I thought. So don't feel bad. You know, with all these types of exercises, we're doing each one for 2 minutes. You can rest at any point while I'm doing this if you get tired. But 2 minutes of practicing this is ideal with a balance exercise to improving it. And what I'm trying to do right now is challenge your balance by making your base of support smaller, but doing it in a safe environment so that you're not worried about falling because you can always grab back onto this. But this is the type of exercise that really can improve your balance. In fact, if you're at a lower level, this is probably the best exercise you can do to start to get your balance back again. We just have a couple more to go here. This is our last one. And just trying to hold it. And we're done. Okay, this is how to do pillow squats. You're going to have a chair behind you. I have a cushion in my chair. You can put a pillow or anything you want. I recommend having something there so it's not as hard and you can do more reps. You're going to sit down on that chair, cross your hands in front of you. You're going to bend forward and come all the way up to standing. So this is kind of the hardest version of it. So if you're really strong, you can do it this way. You can also push off your armrests and help yourself push up. You can also put your hands on your knees and push up, or you have the option, you could grab the chair in front of you and use that to lever yourself up. All of these ways are good. What really matters is how many repetitions do you do in 2 minutes. Now definitely, this also works your heart. So if you're having any kind of tiredness or fatigue or any kind of heart issues, go as slow as you want to go and take as many rests as you want. Even people that have some pretty serious cardiac issues, having them do in the course of 2 minutes 4 or 5 sit-to-stands, which can be a big struggle, is beneficial. You don't want to overdo it, and you want to rest as often as you can. And it's good if you can do them this way. It's more of a balance exercise and a strength thing, but you don't have to benefit from this. You'll benefit no matter which way you do it, because with your hands you can't really push yourself all the way up. You still have to use your leg muscles. So it'll work your big muscles in your legs, your quads and your hamstrings when you're doing this. This is a squat, so they always say this exercise works all the muscles in your legs. And remember, you can rest as often as you want with this. I'm going to do it this way, and we just have a couple more reps here. Just one more really, and we're done. I hope you found this video helpful. Click the subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this.